Hi guys, so today I'm going to be trying out the new double-sided dies by Crafter's Companion. Now these are kind of, I don't want to say a gimmick because obviously it's cool, it's something different to try out, but you can literally, if you have layered dies, just put one piece and put the other piece on another area of your, cutting plates, right? So I don't, to me it's not about saving time, like I have to make this so quickly, but I guess what Sarah was saying, or the lady here, the owner of Crafter's Companion or creator, is that to do so many layers for one flower or one item, it would price it out of the market, she says. So these are like, they're selling for $19.95, I believe. This kit was a little more because it has the 2 different dies and then plus the plates. Now I should have recorded this last week. I was waiting for the other sets that I ordered. I ordered separately the Peony and Cosmos. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and record this. I'm gonna do the, try one of these sets out, and then I'm going to show you those when they come in later. They come from UPS most of the time, and then my UPS always delivers like in the evening, like as late as it can be most of the time. So I did want to get this uploaded today. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the review using one of these from the original set I got here on HSN. I also ordered the others from HSN, but I had picked these up when their craft day opened at 11 o'clock at night. So they basically shipped them that next day. So I got them really fast. You guys already saw in the haul. So this is the Dahlia and the Rose. And I love the Rose, but you know what? They always do the Rose. So I'm thinking maybe I should try out the Dahlia for you guys. I haven't really seen that one being demoed. So I'll do that one. And then you have to get these plates. Supposedly it's not going to work in your Gemini. I don't know if it's going to work in other things or you can do a different sandwich. But basically, they said for the Gemini you need to have these plates. So it's these 2 plates. It says they're cutting plates for double-sided dies. I know you can pick this up on their website. I believe you can also get the double-sided dies on their website. I'm not sure. But again, I got mine on HSN because I want to do the auto delivery. But there are a couple auto deliveries I already know I'm going to skip, like the crocus and, is that what it's called? And then some other, I really just like a few of the flowers that they had there. But anyway, it says, please note, cutting plates designed to work only with Gemini Junior Machine. And they're just some 6x8 plates, 6x almost 9 plates that are very sturdy. They're not as thick as the cutting plates that go into the Junior, but they are super, super sturdy. I was going to measure if these would go through your Gemini Go, but I guess what's the point of doing that when they don't have plates for it yet? But I will let you know if maybe, well, I won't let you know that because that's up to them, if they are going to offer those later. But with the Gemini Go, I think it just has a lot of pressure and things. I don't know if it's something that they're going to be able to work out to work in there. But it's just kind of a bummer because these are small, they're small enough, I think, to go through the Go for sure. So this is the, which is so interesting, this is the Dahlia. It feels like nothing because there's just these little pieces, but it's because they're double-sided. So you have your center, you have your flower with a little bit of a shadow kind of thing going on, or not shadow, but just like the, what is going on here? Just a little detail, but that center has 2 levels or 2 layers also, and then it comes with a leaf, which is really pretty. They did have a set of just kind of like little sprigs or things like that that they sell, but I didn't go for that only because I wanted to try these out, and at $20 a set, I was just like, eh. And I think that one came with a stamp set for 25 bucks. Let me grab. So these are the Go plates, and they are definitely small enough to be used on this, so hopefully maybe in the future they'll come out with that, because why not? I mean, if you have the Go, you can still cut these. But again, maybe they don't have the sandwich worked out quite right yet. Or maybe it's just not possible, right? So let me move these things. I have the Junior on my desk next to me, because I end up having enough room for that, which is crazy. I usually don't have any room for anything. But, so I have it here. And, I keep things on top of it. I end up stacking things on top of the thing. So I'll plug that in just a second. We'll get these plates out. And what's interesting is on here, it doesn't really say how to sandwich it, but I've watched enough videos of theirs. Oh, way down here, way down in the corner. Sorry, it does say. Like I said, it's just the cutting plates and these guys, and you have to use both of them. You're gonna sandwich your guys on these, and then your cutting plate. Actually, it still says, okay, I take it back. It says for plate configuration, visit, their website. I don't know why they couldn't just tell you how to use it. Because it's basically, where's my other, okay, very interesting. I only have one clear plate here, so it must mean I probably placed the other one somewhere else. Remember where you think I used it recently when I was trying out that glitter sparkle stuff? And sure enough, it's still here with the stamp that I had stuck on it. Tell you, I gotta clean up afterwards. Okay, so don't mind this. I had stuck some glue on this to use that as a palette, and it still kind of stayed on there. So this is the Gemini Junior plate. So you need both of your plates, both of the clear plates, and then you need both of these plates. So right now I'm gonna put the Gemini Junior plate down. I'm gonna put this plate over it. This the one of the new plates. And then I'm gonna grab some paper to try to make, and I'll try to make the same colors so it looks kind of similar to what they have going on here. So let me grab those colors of cardstock and plug in my machine. Okay guys, so let's start making our sandwiches. So I already put the clear plate down. I put that new fancy plate there. I got some yellows. This is kind of interesting. I was like, what do I have that? I have this whole set called the Citrus Pack, I guess, from Recollections, which I've never used. I probably bought this, I don't even know how long ago. But it has tons of yellows and kind of oranges, and I thought those were really cool, so I just cut little pieces of that. And then I grabbed some other green paper that might be coordinations, I'm not sure, but for the leaves, and they're not super bright. I probably should have gone a little brighter, but that's okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to take the larger die. So, okay, so this larger area is going to be the back of your flower, and they're recommending, you know, a little different colorway. So I'm going to use the bright yellow for that, and I'm going to place this over on top of it, which is basically something I'm just going to put here. This was kind of scary to me. I mean, I cut those papers a little too close, like right on the nose. Look at that. Okay, so now this guy is going to be the deeper color that's kind of giving the accent in the inside the flower. And that one can be a little bit smaller, but I'll just leave it there. I guess you could tape it down if you wanted. I'm just going to be careful. And then the flower center, they're showing to use like a peachy color and then like a darker color for the smaller part. So if you really look at it, there's a tiny portion back here, and then this one is a little bit larger. So for the larger side, I'm going to face it down on this kind of orangey color. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to put it here, and hopefully they don't move. Maybe I'll move this over a little bit. And then the darker color is going to be cut out in that little center. And then the leaves, if you look at them. So on these, you know, that's what I would do. I would just see like, okay, this is cutting out that whole blackout, right? The back side. And there's a piece of tape on there that I guess it won't hurt anything. I'll just leave it. So I want that to be darker, and of these two greens, I mean, one's slightly darker. So if there's a texture to the paper that you want showing, you know what I'm saying, like on the correct side, then go ahead and put your paper how it needs to be so when it cuts out. Like this one has a little texture on it, so I'm gonna put the texture side up, and then our die face down on that. And then I'm gonna put this other paper, and again, this texture, I want it showing. So this is kind of, if you think about it, when it cuts out, you have to know if it's cutting out so that it sits just above the flower, or that you have to actually flip it and then use it. Some of these you do have to flip and use, like, so you just kind of think about that. Right now I'm not gonna be too picky about it, so I'm just gonna put this down with the texture side down, but I'm not sure if that even needs to be that way. And then, again, that other new plate right on top of that, and then our Gemini cutting plate again. So what I like is the simple sandwich. I guess if you're going to do embossing, you know, I don't know, you want to look into that. I'm assuming it's probably going to be where you remove one of the harder plates, but for now, let's get these guys going. I'm going to just take that over to my Gemini. It's not struggling too bad. Alright, so let's see what this looks like. Sorry about the glare. So when I took it off, it just kind of came away. So let's see what we have going on here. This is interesting. So it did cut that little center, and you see all around it though, that die really made like real imprint, but it doesn't matter because this is smaller than this, so we don't need this paper. And then I'll pop out all those little individual things. This guy, let's see what this guy looks like. Again, it has that big like embossing of the... Ugh, sorry about the shadow, you guys. I've been working on trying to get this lighting a little better here. To be honest, I think it might have benefited from a little bit of a tighter sandwich. So maybe another shim, a paper shim. Yeah, I might have to run it through again because this one did not cut out. Let's see how this one cut out. This one cut out just fine. For the most part, there's a little area right here that I need to struggle with, it looks like, but that's about it. And you know what? No, the stem, this is so weird. Does the stem have, no, okay, so this one's just leaf. There's no stem. So, okay, I was like, the stem didn't cut, but this one doesn't have a stem. It just has leaf. And there's a little section that's kind of dead, but that's okay. That's probably from my sandwich, and I'm not gonna recut that. That's worth not recutting. This main part of the middle cut perfectly. So that one's okay. Interesting. Let's see about this guy. So this guy was more intricate, but not super intricate. How, you know, it cut everything else out. It just didn't cut that one section. So here's our flower, main flower. I'm gonna have to cut again the middle again. And then this is the regular leaf, and it cut out perfectly. So I'm gonna run this through again. I don't know, you know, maybe what I'll do, what the heck? Oh, remember that was tape there? Oh, if you wanted to, I guess if you wanted to emboss this, it's like not possible. So maybe they made them that way. I don't think it'd be possible. So I'm gonna take this off carefully off camera, but if you guys remember, there was a piece of tape there, so it really stuck on. I am going to run this one through again. I'm gonna run it through just this, well, it's gonna be even thinner now, right? Look at that, cut really into there. I'm gonna run this one through, and I think I'm gonna add a shim in between, just in case. And that was the, what color? Like the orangey, lighter orange. Let's cut a piece of that out. Actually, I'm gonna cut this whole piece, and I'll just use this as a shim. Oops. Oops. Okay, so this is the color that didn't quite cut on that pretty side there, where the one that was more intricate. I'm gonna put that there. I'm just gonna add this as a shim. Ooh, this stuck down really well. Okay, let's put the shim on top. It has some like static or something that really stuck it down. I'm gonna put that there as a shim, and maybe I need to add one more shim, because if you think about it, we would run it through already with the two pieces, right? Let's try it again. And then if for some reason there's an issue, I'll do a shim next time. So I just added that piece of paper. It's not gonna cut, it's just there to kind of give it some bulk. And see what happens. Maybe I should have run it through and run it back. I'm gonna give us a second chance to cut. Okay, so this is a little, yeah, this was a little better. It's still a little persnickety here, but it's coming out. Okay, it came out. It just was a little bit funny. So let me close up just a little bit. What I'm gonna do real quick off camera, because that can get, you know, tedious, is, where's my tool? Of course. Anyway, here it is. It's over here with my die cutting stuff. I'm like, where is the tool? Where is the foam pad? That would be good. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna use this guy to poke out different things. See, this one doesn't want to poke out as easy because that's in that same spot that didn't quite want to cut, but there it goes. Okay, I'm gonna just take all the little extra pieces out and we'll layer it up. Okay guys, so I tried to pop the pieces out of this leaf, and it was a nightmare. They're not coming out. Remember, it was really hard to get out, so I ran it through again with 2 shims even this time. So I ran it just that part of the leaf with 2 shims backing it up, and it actually cut out worse. I don't know. It wasn't even as good as that first one. So maybe I should use the first one. I don't know. Like here, I'm trying to tear it out and it's still kind of stuck. This one completely ripped here, and this, I can't really get it out, this last section. And it really isn't even removing from the paper. I just wanted to show you guys that, so I left it there. I'm not gonna do it again because it's just whatever. But what kind of sandwiches do you guys use? Let me know. So then to layer it up, I mean, there's a lot of pokiness here, a lot of move. I don't know what they want. So I was looking at the picture here, and this picture doesn't really look like this. So really look at the picture of the actual flower. I think is the best way you're gonna kind of have an idea of how you should layer it. So this is that first layer. It looks something like this. So I'm just gonna use some of Call Tacky glue because I haven't tried it out yet, and I have it here. And I'm just gonna put some on the back of the flower, and just here and there. I probably should have put some in that little fine tip bottle I have, but I did not. So here we go. Run it through your Xyron, however it is that you want these little pieces. But you know, I was kind of thinking when she was talking about pricing out of the market, if you had to have 4 dies instead of just these 2. How is that even possible when AliExpress they'll sell you a set of concentric dies, you know, for not that much? So I don't know. Okay, so I already forgot how this was layered on here. There's some areas that are similar, so you can kind of match it up. So I'm using is this little area where there's like 2 little pokies. Kind of lines up with the area that has 2 pokies up there. So supposedly that's how it is. It's kind of far away from this area. And I'm going to hold this here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Too much glue. Oh well. That glue's interesting. It's kind of watery. You think it'd be thick because it's tacky glue, like the Aleene's tacky glue. But let me hold this up so you can kind of have an idea. So you see these little area where it's like a little crab claw? It goes up into the area that's like a crab claw, but then it's kind of far from this area where this echoes the silhouette there. In the picture, that's how they have it. I don't know if, obviously you can do whatever you want, it's a flower, but that's how they have it, so that's how I wanted to do it. And then on top of that, this one is another gem. This guy did not want to pop out either, the little brown piece. He came out easily, but the little pieces inside of it were like not even budging. So I just popped out as much as I could, but it's not perfect. So with these guys, there's a couple areas that have the same hole, and I guess that's how you were to match it up. So let me put this here. There's like these little tiny, tiny holes that you can match up, and that's how you would have that going, but I already misplaced what that is. Let's see. Okay. Oh, it's over here. Okay, maybe I can show you. There's a little hole here. Right there. And there's a tiny little hole on this one. And if you match those up, those little, why is this thing not one there? That little tiny hole in that brown part, and then underneath there's another one that has the same hole. And if you line it up, there's going to be another area up here that also has the same matching little hole right here. I know, it's a little persnickety. So I'll hold it there so you can see what I'm talking about. And then we bring our flower back, and this little like stick area that kind of sticks out is supposed to protrude into that area there. It protrudes right into here. Let me try to close up a little bit more. So this area here that's kind of open, that's where this little guy is supposed to go. So I'll put some glue on this too, and I'm just kind of spreading it with the head of the bottle. But yeah, I should have put it in one of these. Whenever you order from Crafter's Companion like a kit, they usually include the little bottles like this, and I can see where it would go in there really easily because like I said, it's kind of watery. And I guess that just goes on there. Hold on. Yep. Looks like there's some more holes that kind of match up too. This is a little persnickety, guys. I don't know. And then my 2 yellows didn't contrast enough, so that was my bad in the colors I chose there. But it's pretty, okay. And then where's that leaf? Okay. Oh, no. I'm like, where's my base leaf? It is around here somewhere. I remember how to detach it. Let me find my base leaf and then we'll get the leaves together. Stuck to the back of my packaging. So it has tape on there already. I'm not even going to put glue on that. And then we just layer this over it, which, bummer, it doesn't look too great. I'll have to go watch some of their Crafter's Companion videos and see if they added more of a shim than just a piece of paper because, well, I guess they put glue anyway. So this obviously has its own shape, but that's easy to match up because of the way it kind of turns up here. So just put this on here. And sorry, it doesn't have a lot of detail to it because you saw I wasn't going to struggle cutting that out again. Okay. So that's basically it. A lot of dead spots or something is just kind of difficult to do. Again, maybe I just need to do more sandwiching, or maybe something thin. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to watch their videos and see if you can send it through maybe with your metal plate, because I think that's a good thickness without being too thick like the rubbery plate, and definitely not the white one. But here we go. So again, I think it's just something fun to try out. I don't think it's completely necessary. But here's the flower and then our little leaf, and they have it presented with a few leaves. And again, it's a flat flower, so it's not like it has dimension up, right? It's just layers this way. And I don't even think that you could make it into like a dimensional flower. Unless maybe you did a couple layers of, I don't even know how you would do that. But anyway, so there's it. There's that. I will come back when the delivery shows up of the Cosmos and Peony. And maybe I'll cut one of those out because this is a little persnickety, but we'll see. Okay guys, you know while I'm waiting, I'm just kind of playing with these things, and I got some prettier colors to work with. And this time it cut out really nicely, but I'll tell you what I did. It's just junky Recollections paper, right? Just your cheap Recollections paper is what I use for all the different layers. And it cut really nicely, really easily. So I just wanted to mention that. And then I also did a whole shim, like a whole paper shim. For, oh, sorry, oh, that was really fast. Sorry, guys. Pretty much a whole paper shim is what I have here. So I have that plate that's going to cut into, right? But I have a shim and the regular cutting plate on the top. And at the bottom, I have the cutting plate. I have that fancy new cutting plate. And then I had this guy. So when I load this up, it's, again, the paper shim is between the cutting plate and the new cutting plate. It's not really being cut. And I just cut out another one because I wanted to do 2 flowers. I think what I will do is put together a little card for you guys just to have an idea of what these might look like. But I did brighter colors, and I just want to see, the other one just popped right out right now. It doesn't want to pop out, but let's get this guy out. Came out pretty easily, and I hope you see that is much better. There's still a bit of a dead spot right here in this top leaf in this area, but that was way better than before. So maybe you want to do 2 paper shims, right? But that did help. Again, this cardstock that I cut is very thin, right? It's not like the Crafter's Companion 300, you know, cardstock or anything like that. Now I'm talking about this and this is like kind of stuck here. I'll tell you, it's been different every time I pop them out. So anyway, I'll continue to pop this out. It is a little bit stuck. So let's do 2 paper shims, I don't know. But you see the rest of them came out real easy. Again, who knows? So there's that. This is the first set I did, and like I said, it popped out super easy off camera. And so I'm going to glue these together. I'm going to glue a few of them, and I'm going to do kind of a simple card idea. But I did want to show you, as you're layering up, like I said, there's areas you want to look for. Like this one has like a little crab claw, so you match it up with this crab claw. There's another one here, but it's not exactly the same. Okay, and then in this area, there's 2 little cutouts right here, and I think that's about it. That will work together. Okay, so as you're looking to place this, look for those little cutouts, and those you can line them up. You can line it up here. This kind of shooting out in that area. And then the next one, oh, I should have got everything knocked out of it. Again, there's going to be little bits of that one that also match up. See how that's so nice? And that last time I worked on it, it was like not wanting to come out. So, so this one also has little bits that match up to some cutouts here. Now I don't remember where they are, so I have to look for them. Let me look at the picture here real quick. Oops, sorry guys. There's a pointy area and that little loop goes down. Okay, so I kind of look at the picture and see what they're saying, and there's a pointy area, that's what I thought. This little loop goes down here, and there's a little tiny hole where that little loop matches, and then up here. So that's where that one gets stuck down, basically, something like that. And so I'm gonna glue that down, and I'm gonna glue down the leaves, and we'll be right back to do some kind of a card. Okay, before I move on to putting a card together for this, I wanted to show you real quickly the little bottle with the glue. It's super easy. You don't have to like just take the lid off. And this stuff, if it's already open, you have your collal. I really do like the consistency of it. It dries pretty quick. I mean, it gives you time to move, but just put it in there and just press it. I don't know if you can see, I'm just squeezing the bottle, and that's it. So now you have this precision tip bottle ready to go. And it comes with a little pin, which is just a pin, but it does help. And you leave that in there. Okay, so I'm gonna put that to the side. I didn't use that because I wanted to show it to you guys, but I was just using the bottle with the tip. But here we go. So what I was thinking about, I got a piece, maybe a 5x7 card. So this is a piece of black cardstock. Again, just cheap Michael's cardstock. I cut it 6.5 by 4.5, right? So it's 1/2 inch smaller than the 5x7. And I stuck on this purple paper, and I just matted it by eye. So I stuck it in the corner, and then I cut my paper around the other edges just with my guillotine cutter. So I made it really fast. What I'm planning on doing, hopefully, is putting this pretty flower down in the corner. with the little leaves, right? But we still have this flower, and I thought, you know what? I want to show how you can get a little more going on this. So I want to put a part of this flower on each side. I just don't know where to cut it. So if I cut it right in the middle and kind of layered it, you're going to see the edges. So I might mess this up and I might not, but let's see what happens. So what I was kind of thinking is making it still look flowery, right? Well, let's cut it down the middle and then we'll mess with it how we need to. So that's all I did. I want to put this here basically, and then layer this up on top of that other one and this one here. That might work. But see what I'm saying? If you put it out too far, you're not going to be able to see that it's a flower. You're going to see those edges. So I think what I need to do is cut into it so it looks more like, oh, that's just a bud and that's the end of the flower. Does that make sense? Instead of just being straight across. Does that work? We'll see. Why not? Okay, so there's that one. And this one, I'll cut it a little more like that, just to give it a floral shape. So let me think, and I'm going to probably pop dot this one. So let's put it, oh, my neighbor's dogs. I'm just trying to see how I want to stick this down. Ooh, that was a lot of glue. Let's put that there maybe. I'm going to put these down. Again, I'm just like making this up. I have no idea what I'm trying to do or what I want to do with this. Put it up there. Again, this is still going to be on a card, so even if you go off the mat, I think that'd be cute. Kind of bring it down out, you know? And if this guy is up here, and if we put our flower here, maybe this guy's... You know what, I'm going to put just plenty of glue so I can still kind of mess with it as I put the other flower. That way it's not just stuck down quite yet. Maybe I want to put that one there. You know what I'm saying? That way I can still kind of mess with this. This one here. Yeah, maybe that's good. And then we're going to pop dot this. So I'm going to wait for this to dry just a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay, so I was waiting for that to dry a little bit. I added one more flower, one more leaf, and this one came out really easily. I did it twice. So I went out through the Gemini and then stopped it and reversed it. So it cut through really nicely. Again, with the one paper shim. And that worked, so really well. You know, you can always curve your leaves and do fun things if you want to give them a little more shape too. They don't have to just be super flat. And then the flower, so the flower in the pictures, they have it kind of like this. And I guess if you want to put it like this or some other way like this, I mean, it's up to you. I'm trying to see which way would look nicer before I really stick it down. That's kind of cute. I guess it depends where you want your lighting to come from, right, for the flowers. But I think this is good. So I have some dimensional tabs on that. And I think that gives you kind of an idea of what you can do with it. It doesn't have to just be super flat, right? But there it is. I hope you guys like that quick idea. You know, I have a little stem sticking out there, which is fine. And then, you know, put your sentiment here. Maybe you stamp it on something else, stick it down, or write right on here. Use those cool new foil quill pens or whatever, and write something cool there. But I think that's cute. So let's, hopefully my UPS gets here soon and I'll get this uploaded for you guys. Okay guys, sorry, you know, the package was delayed. It was sent over from UPS to the postal service for whatever reason, so it's gonna be like 2 more days. So I do not want to wait for that. I'm gonna go ahead and upload this. So keep an eye out for another review of the Peony and Cosmos, because I haven't really seen anything other than, you know, the HSN demos, just showing what it looks like, not really trying it out. So thanks for watching, and I will see you very shortly with the other complete video of, you know, the Cosmos and Peony. Bye now.